First mag told me something was wrong. Just a normal range day. Same routine, same gun I'd been trusting for a while. No reason to doubt it. I wasn't testing it anymore. I already decided it was good. First mag felt off. Not a failure, just wrong timing. I ignored it. Ran it again. Second time, it did something small, but wrong. And that's when I felt it. Somebody behind me stopped talking. You can feel eyes on you at a range. You don't need to turn around. Now I'm thinking instead of shooting. Trying to stay smooth. Trying to not look like I'm fixing something. And right there, mid-string, it hit me. I don't trust this thing. Not broken, not useless. Worse, I wouldn't want it in my hand if things stopped being easy. That stuck with me. This list isn't what I trusted before that day. These are the ones I reached for after. And one of them, I still don't fully trust. Nothing happened. That's the part that stuck with me. End of a long range day. Cheap ammo, dirty mags, wind picking up, hands tired. And I'm standing there realizing I didn't have to fight the gun once. No weird hiccups. No, hold on a second. No moment where I had to think about what it was doing. And that almost pissed me off because the CZ-P10C isn't the one I bring when I want to show something off. Nobody asks about it. Nobody leans over like, let me try that. It just kind of sits there. But when I stop caring about all that, that's when it shows up. I've run it through garbage ammo, long days where everything starts breaking down, even those sessions where you're just going through the motions and your grip gets sloppy. It doesn't react, doesn't complain, doesn't need attention. At some point, I realized I wasn't even thinking about it anymore. And that's supposed to be a compliment, but it isn't. Not really. Other guns feel better, look better, give you something back. P10C doesn't. It's forgettable. I don't trust it because I love it. I trust it because it never gives me a reason not to. And when things start feeling off, somehow it's already in my hand. 2 weeks ago, I was at an outdoor range doing a long session in heavy rain. I brought the USP along with 2 other guns I usually trust. Everything was going fine until the ammo started getting wet and dirty. One of the other guns started getting weird. A feed issue, then another pause, then that little hesitation where nobody wants to admit the gun is becoming the problem. I switched to the USP expecting the same bullshit. It didn't happen. Even with the wet, dirty ammo in my hand slipping from the rain, it kept running. Same heavy trigger, same solid feel, no drama. I kept waiting for it to finally give up like the others, but it just kept going. By the end of the session, the USP was the only one I wasn't watching. That day fucked with me. I'd been treating the USP like it was too old and heavy to matter anymore. I was wrong. It didn't just survive that session, it made the other guns look weak. Since that day, I've stopped second-guessing it. When things actually go wrong, this is the one I don't have to worry about. I don't carry it because it feels cool. I trust it because I've already seen what happens when the session gets ugly and other guns start asking for attention. Last month, I finished a range session and stepped outside. He was already there, leaning against his truck. County guy, night shift, traffic stops, domestics. The kind of calls where things don't stay calm. Not someone who talks gear much. Doesn't care what's popular. We were just talking. Normal stuff. Then I asked him straight, what do you actually trust when things aren't clean? He didn't answer. Just reached back into the range bag, pulled out the SIG P226. Didn't even look at it. Ran his thumb along the frame. Slight shift in his grip, like he was checking weight more than anything. Then he goes, this isn't what guys want anymore. Pause. It's what settles you when you're not right. That line stuck. Later, I went back inside with it. No warm-up. Timer on. First draw. I rushed it. Gun didn't. That weight just sat there, forcing everything to slow down. Second run, I tried to push harder. Same result. It wouldn't let me get sloppy. Every little mistake showed up immediately. Grip off. You feel it. Trigger press rushed. You see it. No forgiveness. And that's when it clicked. This thing doesn't fix bad shooting. It exposes it, then forces you to get it under control. I don't reach for it when I feel sharp. I reach for it when I don't trust myself. And what came after that didn't slow anything down at all. I was already tired from running smaller, snappier pistols all afternoon. My hands were tight, my grip was getting lazy, and shots were starting to feel rushed. The PX4 was sitting there looking weird like always, and I almost skipped it. I brought it almost as a backup. Not because I expected it to change my mind, but when I picked it up, something felt different. The recoil didn't snap back like I was used to. It rolled, controlled. Like the gun was actually working with my tired hands instead of punishing them. I didn't have to fight it back on target every time. It just came back where I left it. I didn't trust it because it looked right. I trusted it because it came back right when my hands were already compromised and everything else was getting away from me. That's what made it stick. Most guns get harder to manage the more tired you get. The PX4 felt like it was doing the opposite. It didn't slow the moment down. It just kept the moment from getting away from me when I was already losing control. But if this weird-looking gun already gave back control when my hands were failing, the next one on this list takes that same idea even further. Receipts in the console were glued together like papier-mâché. Wet jacket, mud on the floorboard. The cab smelled like old coffee and a soaked rag somebody forgot in the... I popped the glove box looking for a damn napkin. Flashlights. Papers shifted. The Ruger Security 9 was just sitting under the mess like it paid rent. No case, no pride. Looked like a working that already accepted a rough life. Then, the hit. Up ahead, a cut half sideways on the shoulder. Hazards dead. Rain still spit. People waving their arms like they'd been out there. Traffic stacking behind me. Folks already patient and stupid. The post-storm chaos where nobody knows what's happening, but everyone's about to make it work. I didn't want ice. I wanted there. Hands still wet, dug the security knot under the flashlight and papers and stuck it on. Stepped out because walking into a dark shoulder of the road mess. Ceremony, just a that lived me off. Because I owned pistols, but when everything gets messy, the gun that stays close starts beating the that stays perfect. Stay to the end, because the last one answer people love to until they're the one needing it. I don't like this gun, and that's exactly the problem. There was a night I was heading out, nothing serious, just one of those late runs where your brain starts playing games for no reason. Quiet street, not much going on, but you still feel it. That little edge. I opened the safe. Glock was right there. Easy choice. No thinking, no debate. That's what I should have grabbed. Instead, my hand paused, then moved past it. Landed on the SAR-9, and I just stood there for a second, staring at it like, why the hell am I picking this? Because I don't fully trust it. Not the name, not where it comes from, not what it's supposed to be. It doesn't have that safe reputation. But here's the part I hate admitting. Every time I've actually needed to feel settled, this is the one that does it. Not louder, not better, just more locked in. And that messes with me. Because now it's not about which gun is better. It's about why I keep reaching for one I don't even respect like that. I switched back once. Forced it. Didn't feel right. Switched again. That felt worse. Because now I knew. I wasn't choosing based on logic anymore. I was choosing based on something I didn't want to admit. I still don't like what that says. But I trust it more than I want to. And the last one? That's the only one I don't question at all. It was late. My house was quiet, lights off, nothing going on, and then something broke it. Not loud, not obvious, just wrong enough to wake you up. That kind of sound where your brain doesn't even finish the thought. You're already moving. I was halfway out of bed before I even realized it, and the M&P was already in my hand. No pause, no second option, nothing. Just there. I didn't check it, didn't think about it, didn't run through anything in my head. I just stood there, listening, waiting. Whole house felt still, but not empty. You know that feeling. Like something might be there or might not, and you don't get to be wrong about it. Grip felt normal. Nothing special. No boost of confidence. No rush. And that's what hit me. I wasn't thinking about the gun at all. Not the trigger. Not the weight. Not whether I picked the right one. That part was already settled. Minutes passed. Nothing happened. Just silence again. I lowered it. Stood there for another second. Then it was over. And that should feel like nothing. But it doesn't. Because every other gun I've carried, there's always something attached to it. A thought, a question, a reason to check it again. This one doesn't. It's not dramatic. That's exactly why it's here. When things go wrong, the last thing I want is something that makes me think. That moment never really leaves. Not the malfunction, the doubt. Because most guns run fine when nothing's on the line. Clean range, good ammo. No pressure. That's the easy version. Easy doesn't mean anything. The real question is simple, and it's uncomfortable. What do you trust when something feels off? When your hands aren't steady? When your brain starts getting loud? When you don't get a second clean run at it? That's where this list came from. Not specs, not price. Not what people argue about online. Just what held up after that feeling showed up. And even then, none of these feel permanent. I've seen reliable guns slip before. One of these will too. I just don't know which one yet. I'm Steve. And yeah, that still bothers me.